Hello and welcome. This is my first ever sketchbook tour video, as you can probably tell. I thought that it would be fun to do this. I don't know. So over here is my first ever sketchbook. It's a normal notepad that I bought from some grocery shop or something, and it was first ever sketchbook of mine. I thought that it would be no problem drawing on a normal sheets of paper. So let's start with this. I don't know how to do this. This is a sketch I did in class in school on PE actually. So people were exercising and I was there sitting on a bench and sketching like a no life that I am. And here is the first page on which I wrote that it's the property of Crisp, and Crisp is the name of my main OC. And here are some starting dates. So it was started around 2016 and ended somewhere around 2018 in the beginning, somewhere in March. So if you count it like that, it's quite a lot of time for one sketchbook, and it's like 2 years almost. 2 years almost for one sketchbook, but I don't have anything to say for myself. So let's just go on. This is the first page after the last, because on the last there was no drawings really. It was like just introduction page, maybe, I don't know. So here I was trying to draw someone. I think I was trying to draw Ash. Okay, we're back now. So this is a page. I couldn't draw nothing, especially man. Yeah, that's that. And here is a little doodle I made way later, because I was testing something, I don't know. And as you can see, I didn't really draw on the other side of the page, so this is another weird drawing drawn without a purpose, really, but I draw way more dimensional face over here than I draw right now, so this is funny. It's another drawing without any dates on it. So yeah. The sketchbook is falling apart a bit. Anyway, here is a sketch of he looks like Link from The Legend of Zelda, but I think it's not actually Link, but I wanted to create a character that was similar to him. So he has Zelda, yes, Link-like ears. He has, of course, many earrings, because I was all for the earrings when I was in, I don't know what grade I was in. 2016 was a really edgy period for me, I'd say this. Here is a date, first date of the sketchbook. It's 31st 7th 2016. 7, I think it's July. He looks like Link, but he's not really Link. Okay. Oh, the pages don't want to work with me. Here I was trying to do something like a portrait of mine. I think dates are written over here. It's 26th of July, I think, and 6th of August 2016 as well. I think I was planning to color this, but I didn't in the end. And of course I had a fringe that was covering half of my face, because that's edgy. And fun fact, I still have a fringe that's covering half of my face, but it's better cut. these days. It looks better than it looked. Here are two OCs of mine that I didn't do very much with yet. This is Katie and this is her brother Andrew, and as you can see, I didn't know how to write Andrew, so over here. And then I looked it up and corrected myself. It's Andrew, you dumbass. So she was based on a doll I got, either that I got at that time or that I had when I was younger. So she's based on the doll and I kind of like her design. I could play around with it a bit more later. And here I was trying to do some, I don't know, anime eyes or birds that looks like sticky figures, triangles, and McDonald's logo, but it turned out to be an eye or something. I don't know. It's my first sketchbook, so it's not that good. Here is a sketch of grown up OC. I drew this to show how Nick, his name is Nick, how Nick would look like if he was grown up, and he is a demon, so he has really big sharp teeth over here. He has a lot of piercings over here, and on the ears, whole ear, the other ear probably too, but it's covered by a cringy fringe, like I always used to draw and wear. The top tier of cringe. And otherwise his outfit doesn't look any more interesting, other than that he has torn sleeves. So torn sleeves, spikes, many earrings, spiky, sharp teeth, and yeah, that's the king of demons. Oh, and here is my failed attempt at drawing Ghost Rider, because I liked his aesthetic, and in the end I tried to draw him, but I failed at this, so let's move on. This is another weird sketch made without a purpose. It's not any of my OCs or anything. This hand is weird. It's not really a good hand. I think I've improved that hands at this moment, but I'm not really sure. I can't tell you this. Here is another OC. Here I was redesigning her outfit, I think. Her name is Candy, and she's, like her name suggests, a sweet-looking character, but she's actually quite sadistic. Could you say this? She could be a bit sadistic. And she's a werewolf, so they have different body parts of wolf body parts. Oh, here is the sketch I still really like to this day. Here is the edgiest shit in this sketchbook probably, but here is my OC, Taurus. He looks totally different today. He went through his emo phase, and edginess is gone quite a bit right now. His personality is way different than this used to be. Like, he's saying stuff about killing things. It's so cringe. But yeah, I like this. It looks really edgy, and I failed attempt at drawing a tattoo, but I really like. I like this sketch. It was the birth of Taurus, and he's one of my favorite OCs, and Taurus is actually my profile picture on Instagram, so here is another drawing from this series, kinda, because I thought, oh, I drew Taurus, he looks really cool like this, so I will try to draw another character like this. So here is the birth of Crispy. Yeah, this is the first time that he was ever born. Like, he's the male version of my OC Crisp. like on the beginning of the sketchbook you could see her name. And here is the first time that Crisp was burned. Crisp with an E at the end. And at first he was kind of like centaur, I think, centaur. So he had half of his body like human, but he had like these horns and ears, of course, with many earrings, because why not? And the other half of his body was like horse body. So centaur, I think it is called like that, yes. And I drew him once more and put him in a picture frame. And I have it somewhere around, but I don't want to look at it for this moment. And he was supposed to have a bird friend named Chester, but I couldn't draw birds, so I did what I could. And he looks like a bird mashed with a dinosaur. Over here especially. Dinosaur bird. And here I was figuring out that on the other sketch he looked like he could be a mastermind of something. So I drew him like when he can't control himself, his powers or something, and he wants to take over the world or something. And I think that he has some magic charm. I don't know, bracelet or a necklace that holds him back. But he was drawn like this only for these 2 pages, and the one I put in a picture frame. Ugh. Here is another weird sketch without a purpose. Because these days I mostly draw my OCs, or I draw references from Pinterest, some people. And I don't really draw characters that I don't use for anything, like OCs, but that are not really OCs. So here is some other demon boy. He has some Sims crystal over here, Plum Bob I think it's called. He has weird wings and a weird tail. So yeah, some weird symbol over here that I made up, but could be a really bad symbol, knowing me or something. And here is a drawing of Stripe, my actual OC. He is one of my OCs. First he was a cat, but then after some incident he was turned into a human, but with cat ears, cat nose, and all the cat features. But he basically looks like a human. I think I drawn this later in another drawing notebook or something. I have it somewhere around. I can try to show it. This thing. And over here you can see it's like the first form of Stripe. His cat version. He looks quite cute, even though I couldn't really draw cats. And it was drawn with watercolor pencils, so I didn't know how they work. And the eyes got a bit damaged, contaminated by the black, and he looks a bit sad, but he's cute. And here I drawn him. Yeah, a month later, almost. It's 10th of September 2016, and over here is 29th of August. So he was drawn a bit after that sketchbook one, and after this turned out how it did, I drawn it in digital form because I got my drawing tablet somewhere around then or after. And he was the first thing that I did in digital. So yeah, there's not a lot of things over here, so we'll do it some another time. So yeah, here's Stripe. He's a cute cat boy. I can put on the screen or somewhere how he looks now, and he actually has a boyfriend, so I love them so much. Here I was trying to practice drawing wings. I of course copied them all of some other art that I found on the internet, but I mostly cared about the wings, so the characters mostly are not that important. And over here is a little stripe, a little cat boy. The idea was that he was eating cookies that he stole from the kitchen, so he's like sneaky, caught in the action. Red-handed? Red-handed, that's how you say it? I don't know. Ah, my legs hurt. So here I was trying to practice drawing wings. I still don't know how to quite draw wings well, so... and here is a demon character that later turned out to be my... Okay, it's a character that first I thought that maybe he could be named Ron or something like this, but after some time he became Lucifer, the Prince of Hell. So here is probably the first ever sketch of Lucifer, my OC, and of course we're edgy, so we need to have a character that's named Lucifer, right? Here is some weird sketch. We're gonna move past it, but my friend pointed out that she likes the expression on this weird abomination. It's like, why am I here? Why do we exist? Just to suffer? Anyway. Oh, this drawing, I remember that I was kind of proud of how it turned out, and then I wanted to draw a hand that was like pointing like, oh no, don't go, or something, or please don't hurt me. And I was so focused to draw it right and on the right side of the character, but in the end I got so focused that in the end I didn't draw it correctly. Like, this hand should be over here, but I draw it over here because I got so focused that I don't know, my brain is weird. And that's how this turned out, but the hand looked too good, so I didn't erase it, and I didn't draw another one over here. So that's how it will stay forever now. Oh, and here is another more detailed sketch of Lucifer, and he actually looks a bit like himself on this sketch. He has big ass horns, pointy ears with, of course, the edgiest earrings that you could think of when you were a 6th grader, hair that is covering half of your face, and it's dyed with one single strand of hair that is dyed different color, and wings that are probably not the most important thing, because you wouldn't notice them if you were looking. Like, his face and horns look so cool, and then there are wings in the rest of the body. You probably wouldn't notice it. Oh, here is another weird sketch. He is all bloody, and I like the quote. I wrote it when I was flicking through this sketchbook at some later date, but this reminded me of the quote. I got in creepypasta at that point, maybe somewhere in 2017 or late 2016, I don't know where that was exactly. But you've met with a horrible fate, didn't you? At that time, Ben Drowned was like the scariest creepypasta for me, and it still is quite scary if you think about it. But yeah, that's that. Oh, here is it's Tsundere Fox, because yeah, why not? And when I look back at this, it could have been drawn after Zootopia was out and I watched Zootopia, but I'm not really sure. It could just be like this, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was based off Zootopia or something. And she has a katana that doesn't look like a katana, but whatever. Here I think I was trying to draw something from FNAF, like Purple Guy or William Afton or something like this, and I didn't finish because I didn't like how it turned out. And so yeah, Here is another weird thing. It's a guy in a dress, he doesn't like it, and he has two weird shoes, like one is a high heel shoe and the other is flat. I don't know what this is. Oh! This is another drawing, or a sketch that I turned into a digital piece, and he was one of my first digital pieces as well. I kinda like how it looks. It's incorrect anatomically, of course, and his face looks kinda weird. And don't even get me started on this weird ass hair, but I overall like it. It brings back a good memories, so. Ooh, here is finally some fully colored piece. So it was colored with some colored pencils and some cheap ass markers or something, like the kind that kids get. So his name is Spitzer, and I don't exactly know how his name came to be, but I was on a German lesson in school. That's how you write it. Spitzer, I'm not sure if that's how you say it anymore, but Spitzer in German means pencil sharpener, but I liked how this sounded in my head, so this guy was officially named Spitzer because of pencil sharpener. It has no other deep meaning, it's just he's a pencil sharpener. And at first he was a snaky boy, a hybrid between a human and a snake. He has a really long snake tongue and spiky ears, because spiky ears were my love at the time. And here we have a bunny that I drawn once, kinda figured out his backstory and never did anything with him again. But here I was trying to change up my style a little bit, and that's probably the start of my phase of drawing really weird necks, which are really long compared to the rest of the body, and like really big head, long neck, and kinda small body. And this I started to draw digitally as well, but I never finished it, so. Oh yeah, and this is the page where I was trying to figure out my style. This was the style that I was drawing in before, like really squarish jaw and stuff, and here is the style that I figured, which both of these have really long necks, but these one especially, he looks like a giraffe, but these were more cutesy proportions, so yeah, that's that. And here is the first character that was born when I was trying to draw in this style. His name is Azael, because I thought I was clever, and I saw some Binding of Isaac videos on the internet, some playthroughs, and there was a character named Azazel. I really liked how he looked like, so I thought, oh, I will like get this name but erase one Z out of it, so that's how Azael came to be, and this is him. I like this guy. He looks way different now. His personality is a bit different as well. But yeah, his name is still Azael because I like it. I think he was a OC that I put in Soul Eater universe. So he was a miser, and he had a weapon like a crossbow or a bow. Over here is a page that is really wrong because I was trying to figure some cool poses to draw, and I was like, oh, I can't draw fun poses and hands as well, so I gave up on this page, and this is a really weird page. The sketchbook is so long, there's so much left. Dogo, please stop. Dogo. Here is a page. Here I was trying to draw Volpina from Miraculous Ladybug, and something that maybe could be a Kwami or something, and a really weird haunted horse-like thing. This looks kind of cute though, like some forest spirit or something. Oh, and here I was trying to figure out different looking kwamis. It was in 2017, like the beginning of the year. So we knew that there were more kwamis, but we never seen them yet. So I was figuring out my own. So here was a bat, kwami, a mouse, hedgehog, and some weird dog or something like this. And these mouse I drawn digitally as well, somewhere in the future. Here is more of Azael, another sketch of him, but this time he's drawn in this other style that I was playing with. And then after I drew this, I thought to myself like, nah, I don't like this style that much. So yes. Oh, there's nothing to say over here. Really big waste of space over here, as all people do probably. So I decided to draw in this style way more, so my pieces became way smaller. They were shrinked, and this is one of the phases of my OC Crisp. So that's how she looked like. And this is a form of her that she has some weird kind of wings that are made of either metal or something really sharp, blade sharp, that can cut through things easily. So she uses them as a weapon, and this idea is used later as well. So she, in the end, in one of her poses, in one of her forms, hello, thank you, she still has these kinds of dangerous wings. Here is something weird again. It looks kind of cool. This thing over here with these tiny hands. Yeah, cute. And this is a weird, I don't know, skeleton guy or something. I don't know. While I was editing this video, I noticed that I didn't record any outro for this sketchbook tour. So thanks everyone who watched this video, if there is a person like that who watched till the end, or anyone who watched seriously. And I divided this video into 2 parts, so there will be another one sooner or later. I don't know exactly when. And yeah, I hope that someone enjoyed this video or found it a little bit interesting at least. So I will be doing more videos like this in the future, and of course I still do speed paints and stuff like this. So thanks for watching and see you next time.